Welcome back to the All Hazards Prepper Show. This is your host, Blake. This is your situational update for the week. It is June 26th, so we're at the end of June now. It is amazing how fast June has come by. So, this week, what's going on in the world? What's going on in the world of the All Hazards Prepper? This week, it is hot. I live in North Carolina. Everyone should know that by now if you've been listening. And it is hot. Today's high here was supposed to be 102 degrees. Definitely hot. You need to stay, aware of the heat. I think this is from my looking at long range forecast and stuff like that. It looks like it's going to stay hot for a little while. I think Sunday we might have a little break in the heat if you live in the southeast. Might get some storms roll in. I know we have a chance of storms this afternoon here in the Carolinas, but it is for the foreseeable future. It is hot. Need to stay hydrated. I don't even know how many gallons of water I've been drinking a day, and I don't even work outside. I have a desk job. I'm an emergency manager. I have a desk job, so you need to stay hydrated no matter what you're doing. You need to use some Gatorade as well, especially if you're working outside and you're really sweating. Make sure that you are checking on your family and your friends, especially those that that live alone or elderly or might have conditions where the heat's affected. Check on them throughout the day, especially if your neighbors or something like that. Want to stay that way, prepared that way as well. In your vehicle, never leave a kid or a pet in the vehicle, even if the car's running. There you see so many tragic stories, and just don't be that person. Just don't be that person. Take the kid out, take the pet out, keep the pet at home. I mean, don't even take them with you. I don't have pets and I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about that. But just don't want to leave anyone in the truck or in the car or whatever you're driving. That's the other tip there. And a lot of people, they're running their AC, and I'm guilty of that. This week it is set at 69 degrees. Me and my wife are hot-natured people, and we want it to stay cold. I'm keeping the shades down, the blinds down throughout the day. Our plants outside, I'm having to water them like twice a day now, in the morning and the afternoon, because it's so hot. So around your house, if you haven't done so already, you should do this already. Is just go around and make sure that your window seals are working, your door seals are working. You don't want any cold air or hot air coming in or cold air going out, and in the winter vice versa. So you want to make sure that you keep your home prepared for that as well. You can have fans and stuff like that, but try not to draw down on the power too much, because everyone else is drawing down on the power as well. So during these times of heat waves, especially with how the grid is currently, power outages or power, the power flickering is, highly likely. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of that this week. As we were drawing down on the power, the power grids don't have to keep up, and power outages can happen. So make sure you're staying prepared for the power outages, having the flashlights, the battery-powered fans, having some alternative power source as well. Making sure that you stay prepared for the heat in every possible way. If you work outside, highly recommend getting some cooling towels. We were outside this weekend, and the cooling towels just were amazing. So that's kind of what my preaching spill on the heat there. Talking about the tropics, it is in full swing again. We are in hurricane season. We are constantly monitoring here on the All Hazards Prepper. I'm looking at different forecasts of meteorology. A meteorologist, the National Hurricane Center. There is a lot that could go wrong out there. The ocean temperatures are warm with this heat, so getting even warmer. We're watching waves of disturbances and dust. Getting a little scientific here, but off the African coast, there is one that just came off, and then I think the National Hurricane Center gave it a 30% chance, and it looks like it's following that typical Caribbean path where it kind of comes off and affects the Caribbean, and then who knows if it goes north or if it goes into the Gulf. So that's the one of the things that happens during hurricane season is you see these areas of disturbances coming off the African coast, and coming over and then developing, and it is kind of based on the where the low and the high sets up and everything, if it's pushed north or if it's pushed into the Gulf. So make sure that you're staying aware of the hurricanes. Usually we don't get peak hurricane season for the Atlantic coast, at least until late August, September. But I have a feeling that we're kind of speed up this heat. Usually you don't see this heat until July, August anyway, and we're in late June, mid to late June, and I think we could see hurricane season happen a little sooner. So making sure that you have your preps ready for hurricane season is critical, and all of that. Still looking out for severe weather as well. As with this heat, we're kind of seeing less severe weather, but you need to stay prepared. You never know when we might have a severe weather day out there, and making sure that you're staying aware of the weather and looking at trusted sources for meteorology. That's not only for severe weather, but for hurricane season as well, making sure that you're looking at trusted sources. So that's kind of what's going on in the weather world. Current events. There's, everything you can look on the news is out there. The debate is on Thursday. If you're into that type of thing, I want to be interested to watch. It'll be kind of like a sporting event, see who can last the longest. It is definitely an interesting time, of course, but just staying aware of what's going on in current events, and making sure that you stay up to date if there's anything going on in your local community. Crime, during summertime, especially, warmer temperatures, crime tends to increase. People are more outside. So making sure that you, practice personal defense and situational awareness and all of those things is great to do. So what's going on in the all hazards prepper world? We've been doing some good work this week, and last weekend my wife left me for the weekend, so I was able to get a lot done in the all hazards prepper world. So first thing, new affiliate, Artisan Farms. I was going through my preps this weekend, making sure everything was good. I started looking around, I was like, I got a lot of I think it's called Artisan Farms. And that's how you pronounce the first part. Anyway, but I got a lot of their emergency food supply. I have their dried butter, which I've used before. Their dried peanut butter, cheese. So I was like, let's look them up and let's do some more research. And turns out they had an affiliate program, so was able to fill that out and do that. So I'm super glad that I'm now affiliate of them. I was looking for a company that I really use a lot more of, that's cheap, not cheap, but a little bit more affordable for people, and also that sold a variety of different emergency food products. They sell, anywhere from a 24-hour pack all the way up to, the 2-week packs that last 25 years. Also sell, just cans of different dried food, which lasts up to 25 years. So make sure to go check them out. I have a post dropping later today on them, and use the code the All Hazards Prepper. Again, the All Hazards Prepper, for a 10% discount. Make sure that you use that, and you're ordering directly from their website. They are based out of Utah, I think Salt Lake City, Utah. So, U.S. company. Make sure that you go check them out. Got a lot of great products out there. Other affiliates we're working on, we still got the Water Drop. Water Drop is, a great filter system. I shot a video last night, dropped a post last night. We upgraded to our under the sink filter to a triple stage filter. Let me tell you, I'm drinking the water right now. It tastes so good. Tastes just like, out of a spring or out of a bottled water or whatever. So make sure that you go check them out. Use that code, the All Hazards Prepper, for another 10% discount on their order as well. Other things that are going on, make sure that you go check out this week's podcast. We already have like 40 listeners on that podcast, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but my podcasts aren't averaging that high of listenership. So I'm super glad and grateful for anyone that goes out and listens. Make sure that you subscribe so that way you can get notifications. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy doing these podcasts. That's my most favorite part of doing the All Hazards Prepper is talking with fellow preppers, fellow emergency managers, people that, have same interests as me, and we get to have a good conversation every week. And then that way we can get it out to you so that way you can learn more about prepping and emergency preparedness and what's going on in the world. If you have anyone that wants to come on the show, if you yourself wants to come on the show, you have some interest, please shoot me a DM. Super responsive to DMs. I used to not be on social media a whole lot. Now I feel like that's all I do. Sometimes, most of the time during the day, I don't answer. I'm at work, but if I get a break or I'm in the evenings or in the early mornings, I wake up pretty early nowadays. So make sure you shoot me a DM there. So the podcast is going well. Got some new videos dropping soon on YouTube. I'm going to be trying to do more YouTube videos. They're harder to do. I'm sorry. It's hard to manage all this, but I'm super excited about that. Other things that are in the work, we're working on a family emergency plan template for everyone. This is early in the process. I want to make a good plan template for people to fill out, people to use. Not really sure how it's going to be posted yet or anything like that, so stay tuned on that. Might be a month out, but that's being in the works as well. And that is kind of it, what's going on in the All Hazards Prepper world. New episode drops next Monday. I will go ahead and say it is with the Prepared Wanderer. We had a great conversation on Sunday. Great dude. He's out of Ohio. Been in the YouTube game for, I think, 8 years. Got a lot of followers. Does a little bit more of the survival, bushcraft. If you know what bushcraft is, we actually talk about that in the podcast. So make sure that you watch Monday's episode. I'll post a little bit less content next week. We're going to the beach for most of the week. So for the 4th of July, pray for us as we battle the people. I did not want to go to the beach, absolutely. I don't want to go somewhere else because it's going to be overrun with people, but my wife likes to go to the beach, so that's what you do. Anyway, that's what's going on here in the All Hazards Prepper. A little bit longer situational update today. I'm on the way to a training, so I'm having to drive 2 hours. So it has a little extra time this morning. So make sure that you go follow us on our Facebook, on our Instagram. Go follow me on X. I post some great weather content on there. That's really where I'm getting a lot of my weather information. I know, and through apps and stuff like that. But I follow a lot of great meteorologists and weather geeks on there. So make sure you go follow me on there, on YouTube, and then wherever you get your podcasts. Hope everyone stays safe out there. Stay hydrated. Stay inside if you can. I don't want to be out in 102-degree weather. That's crazy. Anyway, so hope you stay safe out there. The All Hazards Prepper out.